it's a fun day for us. You know why? We have keyboardist extraordinaire from the band Pyramaze. We have Jonah here. Hey, Jonah, how you doing today?
Good. Good to be here. Thanks for having me.
Oh, no. We love having you. Now, we were lucky, and we got a copy of the new album, Epitaph, and from what I saw in some of your timelines, some douche dropped this thing like a day or two before it was released. So I'm pretty sure you guys have found a way to hear some of the stuff out there. But we really love the CD.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, it's doing really well. It's getting really great reviews all across the board. So we're happy with the results here.
You know, now for us, we want to tell you the thing, great album, really, I'd say personally, heavily keyboard influenced, which is never a bad thing, but it's not one of those bands where you see a keyboard player just standing there and you're kind of wondering what he does. This band actually, the keyboards really influence a lot of the music, and they're great stuff. You know, and I hope you don't take this maybe puffing too much, but I'm an old enough guy, so it's like it's almost Keith Emerson-ish for me.
Okay.
You know, because you have a great player who's doing a lot for the music. So that's where I kind of will relate it to those guys out there and say, you know, this is something that is really an integral part of the band. Now, there's 12 tracks on this thing, and we really love it. Any chance in the near future that the band might be playing live?
Well, we had a Norwegian tour that we had to rebook twice already. That was supposed to be in 2020, but we're actually hesitant to reschedule it until we know what's going on in the world. But that is still in our books. We just need to, pull the trigger on it, really. So hopefully we'll get over to Norway in 2021, and yeah, we'd love to do some festivals and everything over in Europe as well.
You know, because things are slowly getting back to normal, but at the same time, it seems like things are starting to blow up again. So I can understand being a little hesitant, because when you start to book stuff and you really get things in motion, though if you cancel, you spent money getting things in motion that you're not going to recoup in this day and age. No one has cash to throw in the street. Now,
Right.
with the new album, Epitaph, where could we find it? If we want to buy it right now, is it in the normal places? Where could they go get it?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be in all of your major internet outlets, Amazon, etc. But also, merchbooth.net is a great indie company that's selling the CD, the vinyl, and as well as shirts and hoodies and cool stuff like that, Pyramaze stickers and everything if you want to go all out. And then you can also go to the AFM Records web shop, of course, and get the CD and vinyl and everything from there as well.
Now, we'll have links down here in the description and on the website, so just go there and you'll find links to all that stuff. I like that there's vinyl. That's very cool. You guys have a vinyl copy out. A lot of people kind of half and half that, but it's nice you have that. Now, shifting gears a little bit, just because we were speaking with Alana from Leaves Eyes a couple weeks ago, you did some work with Alex on the Viking documentary soundtrack. How did all that come together?
Well, Alex was producing and executive producing my other band's album. My other band's called Catalyst Crime, and we actually just signed to Massacre Records, so that's cool. But so him and I became friends, and he knew me from my work on the Catalyst Crime stuff, and then he asked me to do some work on the Leaves Eyes stuff. So I did the score to the Viking Spirit documentary. That's part of their whole package there. And then also I composed the album intro for the album itself.
That's very cool, because we listened to that and really loved that thing. And we
Awesome.
just thought it was going to be great. Going, hey, wait, we're going to be talking down the road. So this is very cool, and somehow things work that way and just all fit together. Now, for me, I've listened to this thing a few times, and of course, every time you listen to something, especially when it's new, you're hearing things. Some things, you didn't catch the first time. But right now, I'm kind of stuck on the track Transcendence myself.
Yeah.
Now, how did you get Brittany Slays in that?
Well, our guitar player, Jakob, he produced and mixed the two most recent Unleash the Archers albums. So he knew them through that avenue. And then I've been friends with a bunch of the people in Unleash the Archers, Brittany included, obviously, for a bunch of years now. I was hanging out with her, having dinner with the band a couple of years ago before they played South Dakota, and her and I were talking about collaborating at some point in the future. So, yeah, and that this was the end result of that. The song Transcendence, it's one of the tracks on the album that I wrote, so I kind of selfishly wanted her to sing on one of my songs, you know? So, but that one, it's so driving, it just felt perfect, you know, for her voice, and, you know, something like big and anthemic like that would fit her voice well, so.
Guys, go find that out there. Again, that's just my favorite. Now, of course, things will change. The more I listen to it, I'll probably get, you know, stuck on something else. But again, 12 tracks, you're going to be able to dive into it, have a ball with it, and it's something you're going to listen to over and over because it's a really, really good product. Now, again, if we're lucky, we might see Pyramaze bouncing around Europe 2021. If we're really lucky, we might see them bouncing around the States sometime. Now, a quick question, you know, because the markets are a little different, and I definitely noticed that when it comes to like live shows, it seems like Europe is the place to be. The kids are just nuts there, where in America, I don't know if there's so many more options, or they're just all lost on phones and this and that and forgot about live music in a sense. But how is it that, you know, for a band that's based especially in Europe, trying to push themselves in America, especially with trying to get airplay and stuff like that?
Well, I mean, you got to get yourselves on the phones that the kids are looking at. You know, I think everything in the music industry these days is, you know, on Facebook and Spotify and YouTube. So it's all about that and getting yourself out on all of those avenues and channels. And I suppose if, you know, you turn enough heads, that helps you get your footing in a place like the U.S.
You know, that's true, and it works. And I think a lot of it is, you know, on top of it, artists have to do some work as well as, you know, not just try to rely on the label, meaning, you know, at least one guy in the band's got to go, hey, let me try to push it here, there, or shop all these doors, because it seems like with the internet there's a million new doors now that you could hit. But again, when you have a product that's as good as Epitaph, people are going to find this thing, because word of mouth's going to get out there. Well, you know, we're spreading the word. We love the album, so we're telling people as well. And the best thing is, with the internet, and unfortunately with certain people that do things that aren't that cool, you can find it kind of easy out there and listen to it. And in fact, I want your actual opinion on this, because you know what, guys? It's real easy to say A, B, C, or D, but when you bust your ass writing stuff, recording stuff, and somebody actually puts it out there on the net, how do you feel?
It just feels like sort of, I feel betrayed in a way, but also it's just like we've worked so hard on the material, and also like given the times that we're in and everything like that, when the music industry is struggling as a whole, it makes, when someone leaks your album, it's like an extra, you know, rubbing salt in the wounds. I feel like that's just how I felt, you know. And it's like, why, you know, like, you can't just wait a few more days for the album to come out, and so people will support the band, you know.
See, kids, you need to understand certain things, and again, a lot of times you don't know deep enough or look into the picture, but this is from the artist's point of view. Okay, we get you're trying to be cool, you want to throw something out there, and maybe you really are supporting the band, but this isn't supporting the band. This is actually hurting the band. So, we're not going to beat you down forever, but just so you understand, because a lot of people go, well, why is the artist upset? It's no big deal. It's a big deal. Okay? It really, really is. It's a big deal. It's kind of like me going to your house, and whatever your favorite thing is, I took it because I wanted to. That's how it is. So, please. So, we'll shift gears and have some fun stuff. Most important question we could ever ask in an interview. What might we have left out about Pyramaze and the new CD Epitaph that they need to know?
I feel like, I mean, this is our 6th album and our 3rd with our new lineup, but I feel like we've really started to get to a point in our career where we've mastered what we're doing, and I feel like the Epitaph album really exemplifies that. It exemplifies so many years. We've been around for 18 years, and we've all been in the industry for a long time. And I feel like, yeah, it personifies our experience. And I feel like that's what you can really hear in the music is the maturity, because we're all old guys now. So
With young hearts.
right, yeah, oh yeah, forever.
And the thing is, you definitely hear it. The band's tight. The production is insanely great on this. So you're going to love this stuff. If you're new to Pyramaze, you're going to find something that's going to be tasty and you're going to love forever. If you've been around listening to Pyramaze, then you just know what's in store, only this is probably the best thing that they're putting out. So grab yourself a copy. Remember, links and all that stuff are down here. You'll be able to find it. What's the band's website?
www.pyramaze.com.
There you go. That's down here. So you'll be able to get in touch with them. Guys are great people. Find them on Facebook. They're not hard to find. Shoot them a message. Make sure you're liking and linked into all that stuff. And then you'll just know whenever things are happening and when tours are rolling and the band's playing live, you'll be the first to know. One more quick thing if you're up for it. We have a fun little game we do when we're out live, and we found a way to kind of do it here as well. It's called Roll the Bones. Generally, I break out a 30-sided dice. Of course, it comes from D&D land. And we have 30 pre-selected questions. Let's see, there's your camera. And I think 4 or 5 may even deal with music. You up for playing around?
Absolutely.
Cool.
Right on.
I need you to pick a number between 1 and 30, please.
13.
13 is biggest pet peeve.
My biggest pet peeve. Probably being interrupted, because I don't talk very often in my normal life, and so when I do, it's because I have something important to say.
No, that makes sense. I'm pretty good at interrupting people, so hopefully I didn't hit that nerve too many times today. Perfect. Now it's my turn. I know all the questions, so I need you to pick a number between 1 and 30 for me.
17.
17. Why? Well, that's simple. Why not? Some are a little more crazier. As I said, I think 4 or 5 deal with music. This is pretty much just something we like to have fun with and pick people's brains and just see how their minds float. My friend, this was truly, truly, truly a pleasure, Jonah. I don't know what more there is for us to say other than get a copy of that CD, listen to it, you're going to love it. The links are down here. You could find it anywhere. Make sure you find him on Facebook. He's a really cool guy.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Nah, it was our pleasure again. I love doing this. We're both up early as early can be. So I know I'm going to go get some sleep. I think he's going to get on his 3rd or 4th cup of coffee and his day started. I might be able to grab another hour or 2. Jonah, I really appreciate everything. For myself, for Jonah, from Pyramaze, with the new CD Epitaph, you better get that sucker. And Buzztv, we're out of here, guys. See ya.